You are now tuned into the Mlk Honey Podcast.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Mlk Honey Podcast. We are in this thing. You guys, we are almost halfway done with our first season. So excited. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
5. No V, no E, just 5. Because it's 5.
5 and 6, period.
5 sit, baby.
5. All right, so today, you guys, we are talking. Why did Lane have to do that?
We're talking about
confidence and honey fix my life.
Ooh.
We are going to be talking about everything self-care, self-love, and just how to be your best self. Right?
Yes,
It's
I love
just so
this.
important.
Hey, let's
so,
get cute, fans.
Yes.
every time I hear honey fix my life, I think about this shit that's not like, what's the lady's name?
What, Ayanla?
Oh, I was gonna say Ivanka. So let's do that.
Let's
do that.
Oh my God. No, we don't want Ivanka fixing our life. Okay? No, we don't want that. Okay, so first up, we're going to go around the table. Y'all already know I'm your girl, Chantal. And this week, what can't I live without? I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, what can you not live without?
I really can't live without my coffee this week, you guys. It's been a rough
Where's my
week.
coffee?
I can't, and I need to start doing my teeth whitening again because you know coffee be
Because you know that
messing up
Johnny
teeth.
Staniel.
It do, but I got good teeth. But yeah, so that's what I can't live without. Okay,
That's a Chris White smile.
Chris
period.
White.
Ding.
Oh my God. Okay, what can't you live without? And
Right now at this moment,
Mhm.
I can't live without sleep.
girl, tell us about it.
I feel like I haven't gotten no sleep this week.
No, that's LOL.
But when I do,
LOL.
when I do get some sleep though, I get my sleep.
What you be doing?
What she be doing?
Back crack.
She be doing the.
Back cracking.
First of all,
No,
I don't
no.
know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I was talking about sleep.
Oh, okay.
Catching a disease.
There's a meeting
No.
in my head.
Knocking me.
It's a meeting in y'all bedroom. It's a meeting in y'all bedroom. I've been working.
What's that?
That's
I was
true.
working late.
What's
She
that?
was.
What Kevin Hart do?
I was working late.
Malcolm, what can't you live without?
I was working late.
Right now.
No, stop. You guys. Monday was Malcolm's birthday.
Woo!
Happy
I was
birthday.
gonna say I can't live without my friends right now because
Oh!
like I was gonna say before Chantal interrupted me, my birthday just passed. So my friends were here in the city if they don't live here. And yeah, I feel like I can't live without my friends because they're like really great people. Even though sometimes I feel like they're just like what, like just like wild.
No, I'm not wild. Go on.
Even though I feel like they're just wild, I just accept the fact that they're here for my development and they're good people.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yay.
I'll relay the message to the group.
I need my violin for that one.
Yes.
All right, listen.
Lay.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, I've been on that That's So Raven.
Ooh. Now, Khadijah, I do feel like That's So Raven would be our show back. I feel like we do
That's
have.
a Raven was my show.
Oh snap! Well, how did she do it? It was like.
I love
Okay, I
Raven.
feel like that's what she used to do.
She hit that stage.
I love her so much.
You do? I love her too. All right, so y'all, that's what we can't live without.
Love it.
Make sure. Oh, I also heard that. Is it what's that girl? Is it Yara Yaya from Grownish and
Yeah.
Blackish? She's
Yara.
gonna be Yara. She's gonna be Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yes. She's the perfect
So wait,
person.
Perfect.
is it just gonna be like a movie, like just Tinkerbell? Like what is it, a show?
I think it's a movie, but we gotta wait and see what else.
Yes,
they
Peter?
say.
Is
Black
it a new Peter
girls.
Pan? Like what,
Yeah.
what's
Black
going
girls
on?
winning.
Period. Pooh.
Yeah.
All right. So next up we have Buzz on the street. So Malcolm, tell us what's been going on.
Okay, so
What's
the
the
biggest
tea?
buzz on the street is Donald Trump having COVID.
Does he?
But the reason
Yeah,
is
he
Or is it an
does, and
October
then-
but
surprise?
the reason it's the biggest thing on the street is
Uh-huh.
not because he has it. It's because the way people have reacted towards it.
Oh
So
my
like
gosh.
the
Black
gist,
Twitter tore it up.
like I think the only other days that were just as good on Twitter were like Nigga Navy. And the day when that lady, when the couple wore the green shit, with a green outfit on Thanksgiving, niggas, oh my God, niggas fried that shit up. So I haven't seen another day like that. And it's always one day like this a year, but it's like this shit kind of got to that level. Like I was like, oh shit, like, this nigga Navy shit, like the USS Hennessy type shit. Like,
Oh my God, I'm sick.
So he has COVID. He claims to have COVID, and yeah, I love how everyone's like, we should keep him in our prayers, and niggas is like, whose prayers? Like,
Not mine. Not to my God. My God. Not to our God. No.
Facts. All right, so the next buzz on the street is Savage Fenty, the underwear line now for men, which I love. But what I loved about it was the whole inclusion of everybody. So it wasn't
She
just
had fine fat guys on the runway.
She had Normani. She had Lizzo.
okay. First off, it's Normani.
Oh.
It's not Norman like the country.
It's not.
It is Normani.
It's Normani?
Yes,
Norman.
ma'am.
It
What
is,
country
sis.
is Norman?
It is, sis.
Normandy is where they invaded in World War II.
That's Normandy.
Yeah.
In France.
Don't talk
Okay.
to me. Please
So,
stop talking to
There
me.
we go.
I'm sick. He didn't even know what the hell that was.
At least I can say
ridiculous.
names.
D-Day.
At least I know what the fuck happened.
Okay, well,
Thank
what
you
else
for your
happened?
service.
So there was a lot of inclusion. There was different types of people who were trans, who were straight, who were black, white, tall, skinny, fat, and we loved it. And now if you're a man, you can now buy underwear. So
You gonna buy some?
I might. I don't
We'll
know.
get you
know,
some for Christmas.
I might get some underwear. You know, I'm gonna act like how women act. I gotta take these off. Yeah, I gotta take these off. Yeah, take these off of me. But these Savage Fenty.
No, I love it.
The next one I have is H&M closing 250 stores.
Let's talk about it.
I thought that was kind of fucked up because I kind of sometimes shop.
Child, I
H&M.
went to that store. They ain't got nothing there.
Oh,
They
so
don't.
That's, I mean, that's why they're
because-
closing.
Draws.
And
I be bumping with the coats. I'm not gonna hold nobody.
On God.
Them coats be keeping me warm.
On God.
so one thing to keep in mind with like Forever 21 and H&M, all these fast fashion stores, like COVID has affected their actual supply chains.
Right.
Mhm.
So because of that, they're not really producing like how they be taking all these Instagram designers and up and coming designers designs. They're not really able to manufacture clothing to that degree, or it's probably just old out of season stuff they already had in their factories that they're just selling. So when you go into the stores, it's really like I was just in Lenox at Forever 21. It wasn't nothing there. I was at H&M in Atlantic
Ain't
Station.
nothing.
It was nothing there. Like nothing. Like it's stuff you can just buy offline at
Facts.
this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like
Oh my
basics,
God.
essentials type stuff.
Facts,
Like
facts,
you're
facts.
better off going to the Gap.
Also, yeah, that IG shop feature is definitely helping those designers. Better than
Girl,
H&M.
I cannot deal with this. The Gap.
So my last
Gap.
one is
I like the Gap.
the 21
quality.
Savage new album that just came. There's been a lot of new albums. There's Bryson Tiller and 21 Savage. Both are really good.
Bryson
haven't-
put it out.
Bryson
Yes,
put out.
put
It's
it
called. It's called Anniversary. So it's on the same day as the last album, as Trap Soul.
Right.
Oh
But
my
it's like I want to say
God.
it's maybe like 10 songs. And I think it's a few features. I think it's Drake, on there. I don't know if there's other features. I know Drake is on there though, so great for y'all.
I'm ecstatic. We love
I haven't heard it yet. But I know I've
heard
heard
one
21
song.
Savage. I heard 21 Savage. Like I heard that shit like the day it came out.
Y'all love 21.
21.
21.
Y'all love 21.
But it's about the album because it's fire. But I think it's also about the Drake line that was not needed.
Okay.
Cause so Drake has a line about SZA talking about like, cause this girl's about to play SZA while they have sex, and he's like, yo, you like just so you know, like I fucked SZA, so like if you still want to play that shit, we can still play it, but I fucked her. So
That's corny.
yeah, so it's
That
mad
is so
corny. It's really
corny.
corny because I think that Drake always got to tell people who the fuck he fucked. Like niggas is still trying to figure out who Courtney on. Niggas still trying to figure out who Courtney on Peachtree is. Like niggas are still trying to figure out who Courtney on Peachtree is.
People still care.
Niggas, people still care.
I did
Oh
go
my
there and
God.
ask for her one time.
Period.
You did ask for her? What'd they say to you?
wasn't
She don't
here
work here no more.
Yeah, she not here.
She
no more.
famous.
She famous.
Yeah.
She probably famous.
And she took that and ran with it.
On God.
Oh
Every
my
girl that Drake
God.
has sex with, like, and puts them in interludes or intros, like they're famous now. Like
Yeah.
Bria Miles, like Bria's interlude,
Miracle
Gone.
Watts.
Miracle Watts,
Miracle.
Gone.
all these people.
That's
Oh,
old news, sweetheart.
Bernice, like he talks about all
Bernie-
these. He talks about all these women.
I can't deal with Drake and his light skinness today. I'm not in the mood. Sorry.
I mean,
I like
he knows
Bernice.
how to pick them.
Child, I'm
I
not in
like
the mood.
Bernice.
I do too. She's like for her age.
Double
though.
tap.
I'm sick.
For her age, I'm like, yo, you're how old? I'm like, no, you're
What?
not. No, you're not. And then but then when you meet
You're
her,
a grandmother?
but then when you see her her daughter, you're like, wait, your daughter's our age? I was like,
Double tap.
Oh God, I gotta like all her shit.
Oh my God. All right. Well, Malcolm, that seems like
Thanks
those are
for
all
my
the B's.
Those are my B's in my ears.
I'm so sick. He got big ears too, so that works.
Thanks, making me feel like I'm Will Smith or Barack Obama or some
Will
shit.
Smith is fine. Don't do that to him.
Gemini
We
Man
love
is a
him.
bad movie.
It don't matter. He can still flap
Thank
around
you.
like Dumbo with them damn
Oh
ears.
my
All
God.
right,
Anyways, all right, you guys. So next up, we have a new segment.
It's all about
Called-
me, K-fans.
Oh my God, Lay, stop. He's such a Virgo.
I wish we could put I wish we could put a song here, but we can't.
We
trademark
can't. We
anything.
gonna do trophies eventually. That's one of my favorite
Oh,
songs.
I wanted
We
the
gonna do
the NBA thing.
All right, so next up we have Ballin' with Patisse.
Period.
Hey,
Go
fans, how y'all
ahead.
doing? All right, yeah. So this segment is all about sports, obviously. We're gonna talk about the NBA bubble.
Okay.
There's actually
Okay.
two big things of the NBA. So the first one is, group economics. Everybody. Let's talk about like Caruso, right? Caruso on
boy.
the Lakers, white dude, baller, got Black Lives Matter on the back of his jersey.
My
Love
boy.
Lakers are gonna sweep the Heat.
But the best thing,
Are we sure about
they
this?
asked him.
Yes.
They
He's
asked
from
him,
the
"Why
crib. I
did
don't
you
know
pick
about that.
Black Lives Matter?" And the nigga said, "Cause they do." That was the response.
that was his
that was the
response.
response in the press room.
Yeah. The other thing is
Okay.
the NBA has a problem with hiring black coaches
Big
because they're
problem.
not doing it.
It's only 5 of them.
Yeah, it's only 5.
They've been
And
they've
every
been
time there's a new hire,
they've
they
been
always
passing them
choose
around.
a white
Oh
dude.
my God.
they've been passing them around. They're passing the same 5 around.
Oh my God.
And then obviously the NFL's trash. And the
What?
Falcons.
Welcome.
Have you been watching?
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about the Falcons?
No.
know y'all
Don't.
upset
I don't want
about
to talk
I don't
about
wanna talk
my
about it.
relationship.
No.
I don't want to talk about my
Fire.
I feel like
relationship.
it's a toxic
I've been.
relationship.
It's a toxic relationship that
However,
I've been mentally abused.
black quarterbacks are going off.
Why
in
did
this
he
league,
just
though.
look so serious?
Cause-
So serious because they be mad.
Cause
I heard what you posted the other day, and it was something like Malcolm posted y'all some shit, and it was like everybody who got a Falcons jersey and available come to the stadium.
come
It
to
was
come to
something-
practice.
That was the
Come to practice. Come to practice.
It was
At
so
this
funny.
point, come to practice because we playing. Come to practice.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Mike Vick.
It's gonna be about 30 niggas with a Mike Vick jersey. Come to practice.
I'm Mike Vick.
Oh God.
Next, Michael Vick. Yes.
Damn, Michael Vick through the Michael
my
Vick.
God.
Shit, this nigga crazy.
Oh my God. Okay. So that's all for Ballin' with Batiste. Is that it?
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, that's it for me.
that's it for you?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, like we said, today is all about self-love and empowerment. You know, Khadijah and I, we're subject matter experts on this, right? You know? Boop, boop.
It's a lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Okay.
Treat yourself is a lifestyle. I'm not
Treat
gonna lie to y'all.
yourself.
But first up, who do y'all think right now needs to get Sage the F down? Sage. They need some good sage, just all
myself.
around them.
If you're black in America, black people in America,
Yes,
some
child.
sage.
because niggas is.
Going through it.
But I
Y'all
love
make sure
how
you
black
sage
people
your
use this now.
homes. Make sure you sage your
I
homes.
sage my house every day.
Do you really?
You do it every day.
I do. I have actually the sage bundle I have right now has like sunflowers in it.
Oh,
Aren't you supposed to
dirty
not have this stuff?
song.
Because like Native
Or-
American people were like mad about that shit.
What you
No,
talking about?
man.
What
You
you
know,
talking
like
about? No.
at black people, our ancestors actually did stuff
That's
like
facts.
that. Like there
So-
was sage in our fields.
So should I use something
Africa.
else besides sage, or should
No,
like?
No, you should
oh, it
use
just has to be
sage.
sage.
You can also use Palo Santo.
See,
That's something else you can use. I mean, I don't really use it. I just use sage and incense. you
And
know.
it works for her. It works
Palo
for
Santo
us.
sound like a big pharma drug.
It's
Palo
not.
Santo.
How many syllables
It's
is
just
that?
another herb. You can also burn
Palo
lavender,
Santo.
whatever.
Yes.
Lavender. Ooh, lavender does help you to sleep well. Y'all need to get into that essential oil field too.
I love essential oils.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Eucalyptus
They'll help you
oil.
sleep.
if you're using
It's
them
my
oils, you
favorite.
know what you're doing.
You know what you do. You rubbing them
know-
on
you know
somebody.
what you doing. You know what you about. You trying to get some oil. You trying to get oil down. I'm
Y'all
trying to get oil.
are just
I'm
so
trying to get oil
scared.
down
I'm
too.
sick. I'm trying to think of anybody
down,
else who
puppies.
really does need to get
Pipe down,
sage
puppies.
down.
You guys, is there something that we
Y'all
all
okay?
need to know? Y'all
Is it-
okay? This
y'all
morning?
frustrated? Y'all
No,
frustrated,
they
huh?
crazy.
I
Y'all
don't think
frustrated?
I'm.
Self-care.
I don't know.
Get that frustration out. Self-care.
No, I'm
And-
actually going pretty
and
strong.
on that
Like
note-
8 months.
And on that note,
Yes, y'all, I've gone like a year and
pussy gonna
change.
talk.
my pussy's quiet.
Shut up!
Malcolm.
Shut up! Shut up!
Malcolm.
I'm so sick of him. He's so vulgar.
Right.
So vulgar. Oh my god. No, but no. Celibacy is a
she's-
great thing.
She's preserving herself.
You're right. It's.
Celibacy is a
I
great
heard
thing. It
that
helps you
on
to
some real
focus.
shit,
It
celibacy
helps
gets
you
you
to
like
focus. Like, stop
intertwined
laughing.
and one with
mute.
yourself.
It does. It does. No, you guys may need
No,
to
for
try
real.
it. It helps you practice self-control too.
Yeah, that's definitely facts. I'm celibate.
Liar. Anyways, all right,
Child
you guys.
Next. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not even gonna deal with them today because I already know. You guys know, if we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about something that has anything to do with just self-love and everything, we do have those playlists, that we play for ourselves when we need those quiet times.
Okay.
I know Jhene is on there. I know some people got Erica on there. I know some people maybe even have a little Brandy. Baker. Okay. Yep. We got Angel on there. So R&B playlist top 5. Who we putting in those? I already know Malcolm has Kim.
Period.
Y'all know Malcolm loves Kim.
Period. Boy, if you
we love him.
But you also got to peep. If you playing Kim for a woman, like you in love with this woman. You're not just playing Kim. We just
Malcolm has definitely played Kim for myself and Simone, and he is not in love with us.
But that's different. Why would you even say that out loud? Like that.
Tevin Campbell. That's what I was trying to think.
Tevin Campbell?
Oh, y'all
most underrated artist of all time.
One of my homegirls. Did y'all know Tevin Campbell sang for that Goofy movie? Like he was.
he was.
He was Powerline.
He
underrated.
Quincy Jones. He came out and said like his career went left because the industry wasn't ready for a gay black man.
Period. Tevin Campbell's gay. He's openly gay. He's openly gay.
He's gay.
But if you go back and look, like he has hits
I never knew that.
after hits. So Tevin Campbell's definitely on my playlist.
Cute, though. We love Tevin.
I wish so bad that we could bring this nigga back.
Who?
I like R. Kelly's music. Well, I used to like R. Kelly's music. R. Kelly, that nigga was fire back in the day.
You got that.
But I know you can't.
You got to be one or the other.
Yeah. Wait, I can't be both. I like Aaliyah too.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
I mean, it's not on my playlist no more.
No more.
It used to be back before these whole Boondocks episode was real live.
Oh my God.
Boo.
I can't stand
Turn that music back on. Funny episode. Great episode.
But I didn't know you can't wow. I mean, I didn't know you can't like both. I like both. I mean, I know the story behind both, but I just was like,
okay.
Damn, that makes you feel like, so I can't like Jay-Z and Beyonce anymore?
Since when we can't like Jay-Z and Beyonce? We can like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right. I mean,
that's not the same situation.
That's not the same.
Yeah, well.
Shoot. Oh, go ahead, Kay.
In my R&B jams playlist, I got a lot of stuff. I got of course I'm gonna play a little Beyonce. I'm gonna play some old Rihanna because I love Rihanna and her old stuff.
Like
I'm gonna also play Monica, Brandy.
Oof.
I'm gonna play SBTKRT, like their old albums.
Yes.
I'm gonna play Sampha.
Yes.
All that good feeling music.
Yes. But that's that album when you're trying to just feel good at home. Like that's not no. That's one of them albums. That's one of them playlists I'm not sharing. I'm just like, this is just
especially
what I'm
if you
living
take
like.
a bubble bath.
Ooh, a bubble bath to it. That's very self-care.
That's my favorite.
All right, so
thing.
I'm gonna close this out, and then we're actually gonna talk about some of these topics. So, everybody knows I'm an old head at heart. I'm like somebody's auntie. I love mint condition. I will bump with them on some. I love me some to me. You can't get enough. That's my jam. That's it right there. I love a good two-step to that. And then my last one, I actually really love like Joe. Y'all know that song Good Girls? I play that every time I'm cleaning.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I
Why
want to know.
are all the good girls No, that's a jam. All right. Well, you guys, we are going to come out.
You feel like that's that. You feel
What?
like that song.
It's about me.
It's about
Yep. I love Joe.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So we are going to come out with a playlist soon. Oh, my God. That would be dope. We're going to come out with one for each mood, right? So we're going to make one for sure for when y'all cleaning because, we got some good playlist items. So next up on the docket, we are talking about imposter syndrome. Okay, break down to us what imposter syndrome really means or what we've experienced it to be.
To my personal experience and to what I know is like imposter syndrome, it kind of stems from like an insecurity of yourself. Like if you get placed in a situation and like you feel like it's a great situation, but like you're not really showing up as yourself to operate in it the best way that you can and just be present because of your past experiences or traumas, then like that's pretty. It's like kind of like faking it to make it, technically speaking. So it's two forms of it. I feel like one form is like when you are literally faking it to make it, like you really may not be who you are saying you are. A good valid example is like someone who tweets or post about working and doing stuff, but they're not really doing anything at all.
Period.
Like, you know those people who get on Twitter every day,
We know.
posting motivational things, but it's like, are you in your bed falling over as you type that? Yeah.
Like Drewski's kid. Like Drewski.
Why do you keep saying like Drewski?
Because remember Drewski, Drewski does a little post where he's like, yeah, take a pic of me with this money, bro. You know, all right, thanks for that, bro. All right, y'all not getting money like this. And then he's like, okay, thanks, bro. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
right.
that's a good point of one example of imposter syndrome. I feel like another form of imposter syndrome is when people are brilliant and they've done so many great things. They may have a track record of accomplishments, but they feel like they don't know who they are anymore.
Talk about it.
And then because of that, they're not really operating, like I said, in their calling or really taking advantage of opportunities to make them work for them, and they end up self-sabotaging. Because
self-sabotage is so real, it's not even funny.
It's so real.
It's so real.
And you end up self-sabotaging the opportunity or the actual relationship with someone that you may have had, because like you weren't able to really like be self-aware or look at yourself and think like, why am I reacting or responding this type of way? Because imposter syndrome can affect that as well.
Yeah, no. I think when it comes to imposter syndrome as well, too, I feel like everybody I know, we've all experienced this at some point.
Definitely.
Like, I remember every single time I get on, like, a new project or I'm doing something new, everybody always is like, no, Todd, like, you got this. You got this. We know you got this. And I'm looking at myself like, do I got this? Like, are you sure I got this? It's like your track record has proven that you specialize in results. Like Tony Childs, do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Our girlfriend, she was like specializing fix it face. But
one day we're gonna unpack that show, because that show, I'm not gonna cap.
What?
I watched this joint like from beginning to end. I got some questions. I got some comments. I have some concerns.
I'm so sick. But just in general, it's like you can have that history, like I've done X, Y, and Z and all these things. But every time you're faced with like a new challenge, you're like, but am I up to it? Right. And it's just one of those things where I feel as well too, like society has put this kind of notion as well on us when it comes to imposter syndrome, like individuality. It doesn't cater to individuality.
It doesn't. And that's another thing. I think the other third part of imposter syndrome is when people try to fake a persona that they are not.
Period.
Like, if you know you are not this prim and proper, perfect person.
But society wants you to be such.
Right. But society wants you to be this well put together person 24/7. You don't own up or honor to your mistakes or just the transparency of that you're not perfect. Eventually it's going to show, even if you hide it.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah. Because it's just like showing up as your real self is so important. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had these experiences, but it's just like, when you are yourself, and I think I posted something like this the other day. I'm like, I don't got to front about anything. I'm me. I bring that to the table.
Right.
And when you're comfortable with that, everything just flows so much easier because people can sense authenticity.
Right.
And just being
it.
real. You're not forcing it. And I think that as well too, like, I never noticed this until really when I graduated from college, but it's just so many pressures as well too. It's like keeping up with the Joneses. We always say that, like, social media makes us feel like we have to be here. And if that's not, where you are, or that's not your swim lane right now, you should just swim the best in your swim lane.
Right.
Like, just be in your swim lane. And guess what? You will go wherever God wants you to go.
Exactly.
I feel like, and Kay, you brought up a good point, because I feel like Leigh and I sometimes talk about like calling, like really just walking in your passion and being present in that is so important, because people just can get pulled in a lot of different directions. It's important to remember what that is.
But you can still be like in your calling and still feel this type of way.
Yeah.
Because I think
it has a lot to do, because you're right, because it's people in the industry who they may be operating in their calling, but they may have some experiences, like if you were an intern or doing things like that, but then you finally got into a position where you're making money and you're getting more responsibility, it's hard to transform into that mindset of like, I'm really the driver spearheading this.
Yeah, I'm not no intern no more.
Right.
Or even if you get belittled by somebody, because I think the way like Khadijah and I
Yeah.
are kind of based in the same industry, so it's like in some parts of the industry there's a kind of unspoken rule that's like if you're younger than me, you're just gonna have to go through a quick little struggle or a struggle, and then when you get to my age, you'll be fine. Like you'll just be all right. So a lot of us are now like, you know, kind of like trying to force that status quo and change that stuff. But like you'll still get belittled by the older people who are like maybe 30s plus, maybe late 20s.
Right.
And they'll sit there and belittle you as if they're like, you know, 40, 50, been doing this shit for like 20 years.
Yeah,
and
that
you're like,
happened
bro.
to me in
Hurt
corporate
people hurt
too.
people.
Yes,
When
I
I
was
worked
about
in
to say,
corporate
yeah.
America, because I was obviously in my face, you could see I'm in my 20s, but I was doing stuff when I lived in New York City. I had actual 40, 50-year-olds who was working there for 15 years, and it's my first year, and I'm making the same salary as them, doing what they doing, and they looking at me like,
Pissed.
why are you here?
Yeah,
Yep.
facts.
You know,
It's everywhere.
People gonna hate.
and unknowingly, subconsciously, that kind of got to me. That energy got to me because I'm like, well, dang, like I have to act like I know what I'm talking about all the time here, even if I don't. Like I didn't give myself an opportunity to turn to the next person and talk to them. But honestly, my pride at the time would have let me. And sometimes imposter syndrome can, you know, that can be a facet of it too, like pride or your ego.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one of the industries or I guess spaces I want to identify imposter syndrome, social justice.
Yeah.
Talk
'Cause
about
I think
it.
like at the beginning of the pandemic, especially when we had the unfortunate murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, one thing you see is that on social media is like everybody feels compelled to be this new social justice warrior.
Yep.
So it becomes performative.
Yeah.
And you end up silencing the people who actually did the studying, the work. But then you feel as though in your own space, you're having to question, well, am I doing something that matters? What am I going to say here? And I think, like, for some folks, you just got to understand, like, look, just do what you're passionate about and stick to who you are. Just remember in that space, Black Lives Matter. Look out for everybody. But I think the social justice space is definitely a space with imposter syndrome because it's all about what can I say, what I'm going to put out there, and then who's going to believe me. And if that's not you, then don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my...
Yeah. And that's a good point because I remember when everything did happen with us just going through another movement of just civil rights and just trying to find our voices as a Black community and using it properly.
Yeah.
There were so many people that was coming out the woodworks or just so many different types of people, not only Black people, but did you not see white people really trying it just to fit in, I guess, or just to seem relevant? Like that is as well too just another facet of not being true or whatever the case may be to what's going on. Like you just want to look like you know what the hell it is and you don't even know.
Right.
It's just a very common thing around that. But
Right.
and you know something I wanted us to talk through a little bit more because Kay, you touched on it, is self-sabotage. I know that a lot of us do this in relationships the most. Like oh my gosh, we just like I think a common case of this is like, nah, this shit too good to be true. Nah, nope. Let me go ruin it. Or something like that. Or it's just a lot of ways
true.
of us just more so just thinking through a lot of our insecurities and trying to react to them that just in the end causes a negative inflection on us. So
What do you think it is on the women's side?
self-sabotage?
Like, what do y'all do? 'Cause I know what I do. As a
It's
man.
like PTSD. Like you've had so many experiences
I know what I
where
do.
things have gone so
Self-sabotage,
left with
like-
that.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like in my past, like, you know, I've been to therapy and I've healed from a lot of experiences and my trauma.
Yeah.
So I look at my old self and I think about really self-sabotage can be like just survival. Like if
Yeah.
you've been through some stuff in your childhood or even to your early adulthood, you were literally just responding based on like, you know, what you were doing when you were just surviving. And sometimes, you know, you'll fuck up relationships or situations like that
Yeah.
by, you know, responding the same way you've always responded.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to be open to hear the other person out and see what happens,
Right.
like in
Yeah.
relationships.
No, that's a very true fact. Because I've even noticed, like, when we're talking through, like, relationships or just in general, the person, I don't know, it's just recognizing when you're doing that self-sabotage and knowing where your triggers are. I
Yeah.
always say to people, you need to know your friends' triggers if possible. And you're always learning that. Like, Khadijah and I always say, okay, I learned something new about you today if I hit a trigger spot, right? So it's just about knowing in relationships too where those are and just kind of moving through with, okay, well, how do I react to this? But, you know, something that as well too we could talk a little bit more about is it's not you, it's me. Okay.
I just had this conversation yesterday.
Oh, this is you talking
What?
about? Oh, we're talking about this like dating thing. It's not me, it's you.
Yep.
I mean,
I just had this
every
conversation.
time I hear
Yep.
that phrase, I think of one thing. There's it's so ironic that I think about this. It's the Seinfeld skit where he's like George is talking to this girl and this girl's breaking up with him, and then he's like, "No, it's not you, it's me." And then she's like, "No, I know you're not. It's not me, you, it's you, and it's me doing that to me." And he's like, "I do that the best. Why would you do that to me?" And it's wild because it's like even if you break up with somebody, you still gotta like I gotta be the breakup person, and then you gotta be the quote unquote victim or the breakee or whatever it is, whatever you call that, whatever that all. But I think I don't know. It's not you, it's me. It's just a smooth way to buy out. A smooth way
It's
to
a cop out.
Yeah, it's a smooth cop out. It's a smooth cop out because it makes it now. In some situations, it really is like that other person. Like you don't know what the fuck the other person may have going on. But in most situations, it's just like oh yeah, nah, it's not you, it's me. Like this is a smooth way to break up. Just like how we say we need to talk. Like you already know, like
Child.
fuck, we gotta talk. Like really, you like what the fuck did we gotta talk about?
I be saying that to people too. I be like, yeah, we need to talk. And you know what I hate the
be saying
most
that
is
to
like
people too, but
I am a really
y'all can't handle confrontation, child.
okay. Period. I don't like
Adults.
it. I don't like
Poor
it.
communication skills, and you're adults.
I'm a strong communicator, but one thing I'm not gonna do is like, okay, if you have something to say to me,
But
like we're talking about this
You
now,
gotta
or we're not
accept
talking
the
about
fact
this
that
at
when
all.
somebody says that, they're trying to like schedule something with you, but then I think they're also trying to like get the whole critique or criticism together and then be like, all right, now we can talk.
Nope.
No,
Say it now
that's
or
a
forever hold
very-
your peace.
That's a very bad
Nope.
assumption you just made, Malcolm.
That's
I'm
how.
gonna
Well,
tell
that's
you
maybe
why.
how I
No,
feel.
actually,
Tell us
that's
why.
What, that's what my ex did because she tried to schedule it for the next day. And I'm like,
Again,
it's
you're
not working.
bringing up things
Talk about it
based
tonight.
on that's your experience. Now, I'm gonna say this because I've been in situations where I have requested to talk to people who may have insulted my character or did something, or there was some type of disagreement that this person may have enabled to become a heated conversation, or you think just sending stuff out via text, like that's not gonna work. But you can't run from the truth, or you can't run from a confrontation if you have to have it. Like that's conflict resolution. So you're probably speaking like that, like, and maybe your ex had horrible conflict resolution skills, because that's also a part. Yeah, they do. But that's also a part of being an adult. So really, people don't understand, like, you can't just run from people when they're saying they want to talk. I want to talk to you because I need to understand your tone in person. I need to understand what exactly did you mean when you say that, because anybody can just say something via text or on social media, and you'll never really know. But that's why you have to actually talk to people. And I feel like that's a big problem in our generation, with people failing to maintain relationships, whether it's work,
we so quick to cut off.
Yeah, y'all. People
like
are
that.
so quick. As soon as people have, you're not gonna agree on everything. I don't know anyone who agrees on everything. You and Leighton agree on everything?
No.
Y'all
they sometimes do. They sometimes do, but
What
no.
have we not? Like not in a bad way, but like this is a real ass question because we have to say, what have we not agreed on?
Have y'all agreed on literally
I know.
everything?
No, they
I don't wanna
haven't.
bring it up,
They
but
haven't.
I know.
Yeah.
one
Okay,
thing,
so
but yeah.
boom.
So yeah, we probably
boom.
okay. If
And
he
y'all
said
are best
it,
friends. Y'all are best friends. That's normal. Just like me and Chantal.
I'm like, bro, what?
Like, there's been a moment where when we haven't agreed or saw eye to eye on something, but it opened up a new level of perspective because we were willing to dive deep and have the conversation.
But I'll be honest with you with that too, though, because like, hey, we had this conversation. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think a lot of my friends that I'm dead ass close with, I've been in a fight with one of the, or at least we've gotten in a disagreement. Like every single last one of them. I feel like I really do, because that teaches me about them. Like, there's no way I can just. I'm not into surface level relationships at all. I don't believe in them, because if you my friend, you my people. Like, I'm there. So when it comes to relationships and things like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. You need to, if you're gonna sit here and call someone your best friend or your very close friend, you need to see them in all seasons to really assess if they are your close friend.
Chantal is the type of person that like doesn't mean to, but deliberately will pull your triggers just to like really see what.
That's that psychology.
Like just to really see what the fuck you would do, and then you really. But then the kill is you like once you get to a certain point with Chantal, you be like, no, don't even do that because I know what you're doing. But if you don't know the game already, you sitting there like, damn, I'm deep in this motherfucker like shit. Yeah. So she does it on purpose, but I think you definitely do it on purpose because I've definitely watched you do it with other people, and I'm like, yo, you can't say things like that to
anybody. I'm not gaslighting them like that. No,
not gaslighting. You just know like that's a trigger. I'm gonna say it. But
I know my friends.
I'm gonna say it right then and there. I'm gonna say it.
But I know my friends enough to know when like I've reached my threshold. I know my friends very well.
But now we at a point where
you can't tell me much about them to where I wouldn't know.
Somebody gonna stop and be like,
yeah. But the thing, it is important to know like your friends like that because to be completely honest with you, when you are in an argument or a disagreement or whatever the case is, like nobody wants to just have a friend that agrees with everything they think about.
Right. And if
that's not a true friend.
You're looking for yes men.
And I know a lot of people who love that. Oh my goodness.
A lot of people like that.
A lot of people love that.
But a lot of people have never gotten told yes like freely. So it's like on the opposite side, they like, bro, like I run this shit. Like niggas just gonna say yes. But the issue is like there's no growth, there's no criticism. Like real criticism.
And you have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Oh my gosh.
Without a fucking rebuttal.
But you also it's
I disagree.
Oh my God.
No, I think
going to rebuttal, but if you're the person that's going to give the criticism, you have to be willing to weather that storm.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
It's out of love. Like it's out of love.
So then say it out of love too. That's an important
which is
thing.
which is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
If you fuck communication, you could be a horrible communicator.
Yep.
If your tone is not correct, shit
Oh
not
my
even
God.
gonna understand.
Oh my
But
gosh.
that's why you have to talk to people via what? Phone?
In person.
No, you gotta talk
in
the
person.
phone. You gotta talk to them in person.
Yep.
Cause your tone could really, you could do this shit over the phone and really be nice or whatever. But it's like I can't really see your facial features.
Yeah.
I can't really feel a whole body language and gestures.
Exactly.
When you talk to somebody in person and I hear your tone, I'm like, oh, this nigga's serious. Like this isn't like a ha joke.
Yes.
Or oh, she's dead ass. Like she's not even playing.
Yep.
Or oh, this nigga just joking. Like he just saying dumb shit in his voice.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? But I think people's tone and medium of tone really matters because I figured out that like if Chantal talked to me one way, I don't respond.
Boy,
well,
I'll
I'll deliberately do whatever she told me not to do. Like I'll be like, I'm late on purpose. I got food. I did it on purpose.
Oh no,
I did it on purpose because I need you to get that. That's not it. It won't ever work.
Yeah.
He did that in college. He don't do that no more.
Shit, I will still
be.
I still act that way. We still act like.
All right, so like not to bring this back up,
crazy.
but like so then was J. Cole wrong?
With what?
In his response to No Name?
Yes.
Yes.
But the reason he was wrong was one, it was because like you really should like if you're trying to correct somebody or talk about that criticism.
Why the hell did he make that into a
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have been a song. It should have just been a regular conversation.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. It was bad timing, but I'm talking about the message itself.
Yeah.
I don't think the message was wrong. I think that the medium of transportation was wrong.
60% of the time, the message is not wrong. It's all how you say it and how you tell the person.
If I'm ignorant and I'm asking questions, that's perfectly fine.
Exactly.
It's just you need to ask questions in her DMs because she's gonna respond to you. You're J. Cole. You don't need to sit there and be like, oh, okay, let me make a song about it and then make millions off of it while she doesn't make millions off of her songs consistently because then it looks like you just trying to like you're just trying to really like just make money off of black woman's plight.
I mean, my perspective was, what do you expect from an artist? But yeah, I just want to know, was the message wrong about
the message isn't wrong. That wasn't the issue. It just was the medium, and that's the problem. Like some people's medium is just wrong. Like shit just don't.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Our generation, something that I've really learned is our communication skills. I don't give a damn what you do or where you at. Communication skills is something that will never go out of style.
Trash.
You don't go
never
people.
Go out of style. Never.
You just had a confrontation for 3 or 2 weeks or a month, like. Because at that
people
point,
fight all the time.
You clearly just showed me you don't care.
Yep. But I'll be honest with you. I have had people before where we'll have. It's okay. We have one argument. If you push me to the point where you really disrespect me, that's it. I'm done. That's the type of person I am.
Yeah, I'm that same way too. Yes. Like once you volatilely disrespect me, like to the point where if you are assassinating my character or cursing me out, or I'm actually
that's case tagline right there. When you assassinate my character,
yeah, like
next
because
level.
You think you're being disrespectful.
Sound like a Martin Luther King type of
I can get very disrespectful, and when I get disrespectful, it's going to really make you question who the hell I am.
I've also figured out that shit.
I am not the same person. Like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm fun, I'm a great person to be around, but I don't tolerate disrespect at all. So if I don't disrespect you, like calling you out of your name or anything like that, you shouldn't do me the same way.
Yeah, Mel.
When she said that, the way she said it, you remember like this is not funny, but it is funny. Remember when we was kids and like the teacher was like, "I don't take disrespect." Yeah. And niggas are sitting there like, "What the fuck is that? What the fuck does that mean?"
No, because it's real. Because respect is important.
But you a kid, so you don't really know what the hell you talking about.
But it's like think about that frequency you gotta go to get disrespectful, and then it's like people.
Oh God,
people
it's
think,
a lot of energy.
People, excuse my language, they'll say some little bitty shit, and it's like you think that's disrespectful, but once I hop in that bag, you're going to not want to fuck
That's
with
what
me
I've
no
noticed.
more.
Okay, so when men criticize people or when men try and like insult people, the insult is just never it hits you, but it's like it's a flesh wound. Quick little flesh wound. It might hurt you for a day or whatever.
You know who can hurt your feelings?
When a woman hits you, that shit is a head shot, a heart shot. Like, it's some shit that you, like, know for a fact that you never told anybody. Like, that's why you overweight and you did this and that. And you be like, God damn it. And niggas be sitting there like, you bringing up some dark shit from my past.
And you know who the people who really can get you right? Your
parents. I'm about to say parents.
No,
parents.
my mom and my daddy, I swear, I have never seen nobody just root. And they both Virgos.
No, I don't think y'all understand.
Just
there is
get you together.
There is no voice that gets under my skin like my mom.
And it don't even make no sense.
To God, my mama could say anything and just
thanks to quarantine,
I'll get it.
I've gotten used to my mom's voice. Like we'll
really?
go on walks now, so like we talk. But yeah, like there's nothing like your mama's voice like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so now if I get if like a woman, if I'm talking to another woman, she try to cut into me, it doesn't really hurt because like, you ain't my mama. So.
Yes, no, that's real.
Period.
Lynette can get you.
No, that's real. So, okay, next up, we're going to be talking about peer envy and comparison. So, you know, this is very relevant.
I think
there's a great book on this.
I have to...
Send me that book.
What's the book?
The book is called A Separate Piece.
Okay.
And it's about these two boys. They're at an all-boys school.
Did we read this?
Yeah, we read it in high school.
I was like, we read this, right?
I
was like, wait, I remember this.
Hold on real quick. So, like, one's good at academics. The other one's good at athletics. The academic one is jealous. And basically, he sabotages his career. But
isn't one of the guys named Phineas? Is that the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that book ended horribly. It's so sad.
I just want to say this though. I just want to say this though. There is power, and this is the biggest thing I've learned. It's power in learning how to remain calm in moments where you're disrespected. Because there are people who deserve to be cursed out. Yep. A lot of people who have disrespected me or tried me in some capacity, and I spared them.
Girl,
that is powerful.
That's why you gotta act out after you put that 2-week notice in. You gotta act the fuck out. Act the fuck out. Get your shit. Get your shit. Now I'm telling you what the fuck I really think. Like, straight up.
You be like, I'm coming in late. I'm coming in late.
I'm coming in hot, nigga. I'm coming in hot.
Sorry, let me get
I ain't cleaning up my desk. I ain't cleaning up my desk.
On God. Put my shit in that box. Put my shit that's when you really act out. I've noticed that because I've definitely seen some people who like put their 2-week notice in, and I'm like, oh, this nigga about to be different.
He about to be
like
crazy.
Thank God we was cooling because the way you acted to this person is
he about to be.
You knew you was disrespected and you remember it. Yep. I like that shit.
It's like
but if we talked about it too, just like the workplace is a great place to
passive aggressive child.
Passive aggressive, not only that, but it's just like when you're dealing with different people and different personalities. I'll be honest with you, even in college, I really didn't believe in jealousy. I'm not even gonna hold nobody.
Girl.
My mama used to be like, no, that is real, but I never believed in it.
That's where I think really for real, like the root of jealousy starts. Like, because college sits there, like high school kind of compares you, whatever.
Yeah.
College literally sits there and compares you like.
On top of social media.
That too, but you'll sit there and go stat for stat, like grade for grade,
oh
like
my God.
Extracurricular for extracurricular. And then let's say you want to get into like a club, then it's like, okay, we got to go stat for stat, we got to go this for that, and you sit there like, damn,
and
what
clout,
and you got to
literally.
So you sit there and be like, damn, you could really know everybody and be really fucking amazing, but sitting there and be like half suicidal half the time because you fucked up because you thinking you need to be.
That was literally me in college. That was me in college.
On God,
I dealt with that in the workplace. My boss literally did try to put me and my colleague together and like shout out to her, like she graduated summa cum laude and everything, but he would throw that in my face. And so one time he came in the office, he was like, oh yeah, summa cum laude, blah blah blah, and then silently just looks at me and I was like, I got my degree. And
that's
we're in the same office. Look at literally
and that be messing people up. That be messing people up because I'll be honest with you, I know so many people who it's like, peaked in college or whatever the case may be.
I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm so glad I
No,
didn't
that's big
too.
facts.
And it's like the thing about it that's so crazy to me is these people could peak in college or whatever, and then after college we're doing things in our professions and we're working through a lot of stuff as adults.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does your life look like
Love
there? And it's just always amazing to see people that are like the phoenix. They just rise up from the ashes. Like the underdog. I am always
Yes,
the
Me.
underdog's best fan.
But I think I also like
Period.
the other side of it too, where it's like
Yeah.
people that you know for a fact always want to do this,
Yep.
and they get it done.
Yes.
Like there's some people that I think,
Yes.
because I had a
Yes.
conversation with one of my friends, ironic enough, that I like met in high school, and she was like, "Yeah, you always liked the music. Like this shit made sense for you. It's like you may not have noticed it, but we all did." And I was
Yeah.
like, "The fuck?" So y'all niggas didn't want to tell me that shit when I was fucking figuring out a major, but thanks. Like, but I think I love that type of side of it too, because it's like, damn, this nigga didn't know his passion, or we all saw his passion,
Yeah.
but now this nigga sees his passion,
Yeah.
or now she sees her passion. Like she's always been artistic,
And that's
like
the
shit
thing,
like that.
Mal. Some people can see these things in you.
No.
before
Yes.
you see
No,
it in
facts,
you. And
facts.
sometimes people will see it in you and they know it's there, but they'll still. That's how you know jealousy can creep in like
No
that.
facts.
Because you like Chantal. I've always known from the moment I met you, you're very well spoken. You're very good at gravitating and pulling attention in the room.
Facts.
And it's captivating. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like with your intelligence.
That nigga
So
gonna push you.
a person with a jealous spirit, like you probably have had homegirls who or people around you who saw that on you,
Sizing
and
you up.
they may not have had that powerful like trait about them. Maybe that's an area they were weaker in.
Facts.
And so instead of asking, "Hey, Tal, how did you get so confident in speaking?" Like they will sit over here and underhandedly say things to derail you or make you feel insecure about yourself
Yeah.
because they're projecting that onto you because they're jealous of you.
Projection is real.
No facts. That's why you
Thank
gotta
you,
make
Kay.
sure you with
Projection
some
is
people.
real.
Yeah.
You gotta be with some people that like
For real.
In your
really
ears.
really
same,
get you from the gutter.
same goals, want to fuck with
Same-
you.
yup.
If they know you doing
That's
some
why I
like,
rock with
wait,
y'all.
Yep, that's why we do rock each other.
you need somebody like that.
And it's just
People.
because I think it's so amazing when people can genuinely, like, I'm for real happy for you. When
No,
somebody
dead
can
ass.
look at you, because let's be so honest. Like, I heard something the other day. They're like, somebody was saying something to me. They're like, yeah, X, Y, and Z is doing something amazing, but, I don't have my stuff together. So I honestly cannot be happy for them.
What?
You gotta sit there and stop.
Yes.
You gotta sit there and stop and be
Because
like,
that's
what?
real. The people
What
think
that-
like that.
what-
Like,
what does
that
that
is
have to do
real.
with you, though?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People will think, I was like, damn.
But that's why we keep saying like, you don't know what the fuck this nigga went through to get to where he
to
at.
get where they
Right.
at.
So you
just see
could've-
the
yeah.
highlight. You don't see the work that
And,
came
and
back.
a lot of times it's mental as well.
Yeah.
Like they see you coming to work every day, so
Yep.
they're just like, well, I mean, you still at your desk, you're still working. You don't know what's going on up here. You don't know that at night I can't go to bed because
Yes.
my anxiety is high because I'm thinking about everything that happened from 9 to 5.
Yes,
So,
that's
so just
real.
because you didn't see what I went through in the physical, understand what I went through in the mental. That was what was more taxing.
Yes.
Like,
that's
that
Precisely,
real.
shit
fam. You
That's-
said that.
That's
shit
real.
hurts.
That
That's it.
touched
That
me.
mental work.
That
The
touched me.
physical pain goes away, but that mental,
Exactly.
those mental
Yeah.
scars, that's
Some-
that's where it's at.
I was talking to one of my friends. He's a really big builder out in the Southwest, and he's like, honestly, Tall, it's not even the physical. It's not about the moving around. It's not about none of this. It's the mental
Oh, God.
that really takes me out some days because you're so stressed about everything that you have to control and be a boss about. It's hard. And people don't get that mental energy that comes with being, in those spaces.
Any nigga
of
that
work.
wins is like mentally like
strong.
but they on some other level. I
Yes.
joke like, cause there's that Playboy Cardi thing where it's like, niggas start like this, so then when I got to that level, I surpassed them. It's really like that. You like,
Yeah.
yo, mentally, like every nigga that I know that's like CEO level or like
Yeah.
exec level, I'm like, oh, that mental is different. Like that
Yes.
shit is on some like animal type shit. Cause I would never sit there and think that way, and they think that way, like and beyond. And I'm like, damn,
Yes.
okay, so I got to get to there.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only way to really, really win.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's some people who have like, live quote unquote regular lives, but their mentality and the way they think, they're like, bro, this is the best shit ever.
Exactly.
So it's like
Yeah.
you really
Love
have to
yours.
mentally really love your shit, but then
Yes.
also just be
And
on
love
your own,
yourself, man.
level.
Validate
Your own level.
yourself.
And the last one I really want us to talk about is just like what it means to like put yourself first, right? Putting yourself as a priority. Because I feel like a lot of times we talk about self-love, but what about Because sometimes people will make you feel like, oh, that's not self-love, that's being selfish.
But there's good selfishness.
I think you gotta get to a point to where you understand if you're gonna self-love yourself, it's like not gluttony. Like so get to that level, right? Because some people want to use self-love like as an excuse for being a glutton.
Yeah, being excessive.
Figure that shit out. But then I think just figure that shit out. Like if you know this is too much, like you know when too much is too much, bro.
Yeah.
You sitting there broke, you trying to do this, wearing this, like, come on, bro, that's too much.
Exactly. Yep.
But then I think when it deals with being selfish, like right now, if you're our age or if you're a bit older, you should be fucking selfish. Fuck this bullshit. Everybody trying to be like, you need
your
to be
20s is your selfishness.
Like niggas is, I'm in the zone. I'm selfish. I remember I told ex-girlfriend, I was like, look, on some real shit, like I fuck with what you doing. I like this shit. I like dating you, but I understand that like if it's me doing this shit and us dating, I'm probably gonna choose me doing this shit. Because right now, like that shit in 20 years could really ball out. We could date in 20 years and still be dating in 20 years.
Yeah.
Or we could just date later on in 20 years.
That's real.
That's true.
But this shit here, this shit gotta get right.
That's being honest.
And that's how you gotta be. Like that's how you have to think. Like I think I have a bunch of people around me who all like-minded think, okay, look, I gotta be selfish with my time, my space, my energy, my money, my
energy,
job, all that shit. Like, because like that's why even though I joke with Chantal, I'd be like, damn, I gotta pay. How much was it? Like, even though sometimes I'd be mad about paying, I'd be like, I'm gonna pay it. But I know like that's me also being selfish. Me like, wait, I know my limit now. So it's like, okay, how much is that meal? Chantal, you got that shit. I'm gonna see you later though. Like, and I do that shit, and it's not that she, and it's not that. It's just that a reason I use Chantal as an example is because like. Chantal really had to teach me a lesson because there was a whole summer where like I had a credit card and I was like, okay, lit, right, cool. And I basically almost maxed my credit card out because I was eating with Chantal like every week. And I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was doing whatever. So I was like, that's when I learned, oh shit, like no, like this is yes, this is selfish. This is okay to be like this. And you really have to go through that journey and be like, this is what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. This is not what I'm doing. I don't fuck with your shit.
You gotta respect boundaries too.
Oh God. Yeah.
Boundaries are so important in setting
your
those
own,
up.
Really set your own up.
Yeah, I was gonna say what I've had to learn is in order to truly respect boundaries, you have to get comfortable with setting your own.
Period.
Respecting your own boundaries.
And that is called what? Self-respect and
self-respect and
God.
self-love.
Set your own boundaries.
The best form of self-love is just learning the power of saying no.
Facts.
There's always this feeling of have you said no?
I had to learn that, especially at work, because anybody who knows me, look, I'm a workaholic. I'll tell you all day long, I'll work my ass to the bone because I love what I do. I love every channel of what I do it. But it's just like you have to learn how to say no, because if you don't, people will continue to come for you, and you will not have anything left in your cup.
No more.
Oh God.
Nothing left in your cup, and that's a real
Leeches.
thing. You need to know the difference between who and what is filling your cup and what is draining your cup the F out. Because otherwise, at the end of the day, when you go to sleep every night, you have to assess, what do I have the energy for
every day?
And think about it like this, like. I am a very supportive person. Like anybody in my corner who I say is my friend, because I just know how I am. Yep. I will support you, even if we're not friends. If in some form or fashion, like if it's something, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm gonna post your shit. I'm gonna tell people about your shit. I'm gonna have people buying your stuff.
And that's what Kay is a good person. All of y'all at the table are amazing for this. Kay, you will literally show up and show out.
You have to. You have to.
I
think one is the Atlanta nigga in us, but then I also think it's just like the better, like being raised correctly and just being the really good, like being a good
being
person.
Raised right.
Because I sit there and think like Chantal and I don't have siblings, but it's like I have siblings, so I show the fuck out for them niggas.
Yeah.
Like Khadijah just asked me like, "Are you going to the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga." Like I thought it was Saturday, right? It's today. He's like, "No, it's next Saturday." Well, I'm gonna be there next Saturday too. Like
both days.
I'm gonna be in an empty bar. I'm gonna be in a full bar. Like what's up? Like
what's going?
And I think that's really the Atlanta nigga in us, because it's like if you from Atlanta, like you cannot not support somebody. Yeah. If you don't support somebody, we do not fuck with that shit.
You're a hater.
That's literally what it is from the jump. And niggas will call you out and be like, no, that's why he fucked up, bro. He a hater.
You're really a hater.
So you have to. I have to support you. Like if a nigga got a clothing line, your shit could be whack as fuck. I'm gonna give you some criticism about it, but then I'm gonna still wear that fucking shirt.
Yeah. No, for real.
Period.
That's like a real thing, because if at the end of the day you think about it, you're gonna sit here and call people your friend, call people your homie, like they gotta show up for you, show out, because at the end of the day, that's what you should be doing. And that's also another last thing I wanted to mention about this. It's like, and this is a little bit farther off than self-love, but if you want people to treat you a particular way, then treat them that way too. If you
treat them
want
that way, but
good
then
energy,
also treat yourself that way.
Exactly. If you want people to be there for you, like support people, don't be that selfish person who's
God.
just always have
always
to do
absorbed in your world.
Exactly.
type
Oh
shit.
my gosh, there are so many people who think they are the only ones who have problems. I'm sorry, I know this is going
This
to
is
sound
so funny
selfish of me,
because for
but
years
the
I used to
one
think
thing,
Chantal was like this.
like what?
I used to think Chantal was in her own world.
No.
And but the only reason I say that is because like we really had our senior year we really had to go through it back and
She
forth.
has a lot of layers too.
So I was sitting there
She has
thinking
a lot of
exactly. So
layers.
once you get in it, you know it. But for years I was like, yo, she's just in her own fucking world. Like
No.
this shit is about her and it's nothing
No,
about her.
It's
no.
not.
And I'm
She really
actually
has
one of the
layers.
most
Like,
selfish.
Chantal,
You did?
I thought
Like,
like
no, but there was because like I really got close to you when you were doing your campaign
facts.
to become a queen. But like I saw it as like, yeah, that's your own world. But I didn't perceive it as like you don't care about anybody. It's like this is what I want to do, so I'm gonna go get what's mine. And a lot of people aren't like that.
Oh,
So
God.
they see that and they're jealous, which is what we just.
Or
said,
you just
like,
shook, or you just really
Yeah.
like off like that. That shit took me off my equilibrium for a minute because I was like, oh, that's drive. That's not.
You don't come across a person like her all the
But
time.
I also had to figure out. I was like, okay, sometimes Chantal thinks that this is like girlfriends and she's Joan.
No.
So it's like sometimes she's gonna stop and like, let me
She
talk
has
to
that
like,
energy
let me
with
break
that.
the fourth wall for a minute. Let's talk. Like, hey, let's talk, guys. And you're sitting there like,
She really
while
has
we're just sitting there
that
like, wait, nigga, like,
enthusiasm.
hey, we're still
Yeah.
here. Like, you can't just talk, bro.
Yeah.
So sometimes she do think she Joan, but I think.
But Joan is the person who always shows up.
But sometimes
for
you
everyone,
need
too.
that. Sometimes you need that shit to see like what the fuck real
'Cause
drive
sometimes
is.
the strong
Yeah.
friend has to have other strong
On
people
God.
around them to
Yes.
support
Or it's
them.
just gonna make
Yes.
your ass strong, like you,
Yeah.
and whether you want to be or not, like you gotta be like, damn, okay, I don't want to do this shit, but like,
Yeah.
this shit helping me out.
Yeah, I learned. I didn't realize until honestly we got into quarantine just how strong like I could be, or how much I can just break off my emotions at a certain component. I'm very emotional, but it's like walls. Like it is multiple layers
You
because
don't
you
let
can't.
everybody in.
Right, because you cannot do that because it will literally rip my energy apart. I like to think my energy, I try to keep it good because I want that back. I don't want nobody ripping my energy apart. And that's like one thing I do want to close this off on is protecting your energy really means like sometimes you really got to tell people, get out my face or whatever the case needs to be. Don't even try that with me. You got to sage it down and be like, you know what? That's it. This it. Because at the end of the day, some people really won't give a damn on what. You ever heard of like power exchange? Like, have y'all ever
Yeah.
watched that movie Two Can Play This Game with Vivica A. Fox?
Yeah.
And she goes to like Morris Chestnut comes to her house.
She would.
And
pick
then
this
she
damn
was
movie.
trying to play this game, and what did he do? He let her have a fight, and he was like, that emotional exchange, that's everything. It gives the power back to him because he let it out. And what does she feel? Drained.
Yeah,
Drained.
And
You
be
have
very
to
wary of people
play the game.
who always
Yeah.
want to play this game where they only come around you when they want to dump all
Yes.
these things on you, and then you know for a fact you've been there for them, and you've been some sort of voice of reason towards
Facts.
them,
Mhm.
and then
Facts.
out of nowhere they're still being ungrateful and acting like you never were there for them. Cutting them off, cut that.
That's
cord,
why
cut that cord off.
Any type of time, if somebody telling you they stuff and you not telling them they stuff, like there's something wrong. There has to be something
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like if I'm telling you all my stuff and I don't ask, hey, how are you? But what about you? Or
Yes.
or enough about me.
Malcolm
Like,
actually had to teach me that.
you have to
He
get off of
did.
that. Every time I talk to somebody about whatever I'm going
You
through, I
have
could
to
be
ask
sitting
them
there
how they're
after
doing
as soon
too.
as I get to a
Yep.
solution or a problem, because I'm a Libra, so we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this issue about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Lord
times
have
Same
mercy.
messages
until
annoying
until
with
I'm
that.
relieved about it. Not about until
my
you relieved about it. I don't
Yeah,
care about
that's
you.
how Geminis are.
Then
Such a Libra.
every time though, I'm gonna still be like, okay, but enough about me. Like I literally use that phrase every time. Okay,
Yeah.
but enough about me. You good, bro? Or if I'm on the phone with Lane, you good, bro? Like what's really good?
Yeah.
Like I be checking on my friends' mental health. Like I be like,
You
Check
have
on
to.
your strong friend. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You have to, because
my
every friend
gosh.
that you have is sometimes your strong friend.
and it's
Yes,
very
yes.
selfish for you to think like
You heard
this
it.
person that
You
you
okay?
even if you confided in them,
He's
it's
like, I feel
still-
it too much.
It's still selfish for you
Right.
to not ask them how
That's
they're
God
doing.
talking.
Like I have real deal mentors in their 30s and 40s, and I come to them when I'm talking to them about some stuff in life that I'm going through, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I still have the courtesy and grace to still ask them, how are you?
Facts.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
are you?
Facts.
Because I shouldn't just be taking from my mentors on that level. I want,
You have to
like,
give.
I'm a younger person that could still provide them a youthful perspective that they may need.
That they need.
Or just a shoulder to be honest. Like, so
Yeah.
No,
underrated,
dead ass. Because
feel
I have a
like.
mentor, and like I didn't realize she's a woman, so it's like I didn't realize how much of like she may need a shoulder to just be there. And I
Yeah,
just was like,
yeah.
I remember one day I asked her like, "So, you okay?" And she just broke down, and I was just sitting there like. Because you break that wall of like that
Yep.
vulnerability that you never think of, somebody that you put on
People
a pedestal
have.
has. And then from that
Yes.
point on, I was like, that's my nigga for life. Got
Yep.
you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what it is about vulnerability being such a strength, but it is. And I think a lot of times
is.
people look at it as like, no, it's not. Like, it's not, you can't do this or whatever the case is. But like having some level of vulnerability proves that you're human. And being
Yeah.
a human is important to people. It shows you have multiple facets. So
We love it.
overall, you guys, again, this was Honey Fix My Life. We're going to close it out with an Ask Milk and Honey. So
Okay, here we
Malcolm's
go.
going to give us something that
Okay,
people have
so
been asking
I thought
about.
this one was really, really crazy.
Okay,
So I was
okay.
like, let's do this. Unannounced, I spent the night at my man's house. I
Mm-hmm.
sneezed and heard a woman's voice say, "Bless you," under his bed. A grown woman in panties and heels. He says she's crazy and broke in. She says she sleeps over on Tuesdays.
What?
Then she just left. What do I believe?
What did he say?
He says she's crazy and broke in. She says she always sleeps over here on Tuesdays.
Believe the woman. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Shorty, right? I'm on the
Oh
clock.
my God. You lying.
I'm dead ass.
No, you lying.
Believe Shorty.
dead
I'm sorry.
ass.
Believe Shorty.
No, believe none of them. She probably not there just Tuesday. She probably there Tuesday to Sunday.
I mean,
hey,
obviously,
that's
but, like,
sad.
Realistically, the girl in the heels is probably gonna come back regardless of whether you
Oh, yeah.
change the
Duh.
situation or not.
Of course. The only reason why I say that is because there's not enough evidence at the
No, I don't-
scene
no.
of the crime. We need a little bit more.
No, it's not even about that. She just basically told you, I'm here.
Yeah.
So it's like, just believe it. All right.
Let me tell you something. Dudes will get away with so much more if they just, honest to God, if they just told the truth, dudes could get away with so much more than
I'm
they
trying
do.
to tell you, honesty
That's
is
free game.
honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best.
I didn't
policy.
realize that y'all
Love
really
it,
like
love
women
it.
really like honesty, but like I've seen some men like straight up be honest, and my mouth dropped because I
Yep.
was just like, "Yo,
And it
you
works.
wildin',"
Yeah.
And it
I'm
works.
like, and me sitting there, don't tell her that like you
Yep.
wild. Like if you tell her that like it's not gonna happen
done.
anymore,
Yeah.
and they like, yeah, so she'll see me next Tuesday, and we just all sitting there like, next Tuesday, like what?
Yeah.
Like what? So
Honesty is the best
Best
policy.
policy.
Always
Best
the best policy. All right, y'all. So today we are so excited that you all were able to join us for episode 5.
This was wonderful.
It was wonderful. Again, we
Episode
are
5.
exclusively powered by the Plug ATL out here. Y'all make sure y'all come see them. And black owned. That's what we support. That's what
Black
we know. That's what we do. And again, we are your favorite honeys and homies from the Mlk and Honey Podcast crew. If you have any questions you'd like to submit to us, make sure you go on our website. Leighton, where can they do that?
MlkandHoneyPodcast.com.
Go to the contact us.
We have a website.
We have a website.
We have a website.
All right, you guys. So we'll see you next time. Make sure you tune in. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye,
Thank
fam.
you.
Peace out.
To the Mlk and Honey Podcast.